With awkward reverence, you approach the shrine again. Ink stains and knives. In your guiding, we learn. A collection of cheap. An improvised welcoming party, here to greet the... Between them lie offerings and totems. A necklace, some out-of-circulation coins, and old prayers flit amongst the offerings. You turn away from the... You step into the booth and press the receiver. You hear only the... Still half hope. You hear... Still... You hang up the phone. Silk number 3. The Pseudopod had a purchase order from a vendor called Carmuna. She must be in here somewhere. We also have that curious red disc to hand. And me... The steel door to Tempo's office is before you. No response. A whisper beyond the doorframe. Ripples of frozen air are shattered. It's locked. Still locked. Show it who's boss. Silence from the other side. You get no answer. No twitch or shuffle behind the metal. It's a standard lock. The right hands would be holding tools for lockpicking. You press the screwdriver tip against the keyhole. It doesn't seem to fit at all. 6 tri-wing screws. Wrong fit, wrong size. Your driver is impotent. You step back.
Welcome back, my good replay.
Nothing is ever truly gone. Everything leaves a residue.
I'm afraid not. The format is near obsolete.
The vendor recoils.
So, your question is, Petre, how do I reanimate a corpse? I would class it as, I'll be honest, the thought is so disturbing.
Breach warning. You are now hacking the...
You would have to repolarize, re-remnants processing, probably a concentrated magnetic flip, neodymium grader. It would involve some custom gear, no doubt, but recapturing something that's already... Don't ask me about this again. I feel unclean. Picture a dog that shits, then eat people of what they consume. I'll say no more. Of course. The replayer falls in... I haven't met a customer in a very long time who even knows... Oh yes, her. Utterly tasteless. Humorous. I attempted to discuss Einzelton X. I did not. Obviously. No. It stands for... Oh. I thought I asked you to kindly shut the fuck up. If I have to hear any more about your communist friend, the Weeping Eye, or any of the other shady transactions you people are involved in, as far as I'm concerned, Tempo del Sur is nothing but a plain fact. My interactions with him are limited to receiving a twice-monthly... Your friend asked about him. I passed him on to the boatman. What more do you people want from me? Most people aren't worth the exertion of my... Culture? Portoferan? Scratch. This new Luzi... Provincial? Silk? Sad national poetry. Music.
Incapable of competing with Lusian media on the most basic neurological level.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'll be here, enjoying the front row seat to the taste. Yes, well, anything we once had has been consumed, overwritten, digested, and shat out. The culture blockade was designed to prevent this, but now anyone with the wit... Whole thing's a myth anyway. Failed project. Most of the crates I get from Luz come stamped by the Ministry of Mass Culture. They want it all out there. Yes. Well, there was a certain period in the early years of Portoferan independence. Instead, a few years later, the radio signals began coming.
The most important history is the one that never makes it into the books, but defines how those books are written or run.
But here we are. I can't be sure, but I have reason to believe the media they let reach us isn't. When the city caught on, they put up the signal blockers, but it was hopelessly. Like heroin addicts, but with no... Sure.
He's going to melt his head.
On the TV, a giant wolf-like creature. Dangerous, mythical, electrifying. Suddenly, the beast roared.
Ecstatic Wolf is awake.
LED lights are distributed evenly along the blade. With textured grip, impressive armament.
It's from the best show ever. 66 Wolves. It's about a girl who has 66 chambers in her heart, and each one contains a...
And the wolves have sick weapons and really cool attacks. This is Pathos. Yeah, my...
Aren't he going on trips to Laloons? Must be a high flyer. Rare in Portofino.
But we barely told you anything. We can tell you everything about 66 Wolves. So you can...
The children ignore you.
wolf time.
You can ask. We know everything.
The angel Canopus cursed.
It was vengeance.
The wolves are wolves, but they walk like people, and they're big. They all have their own powers.
There are so many more wolves.
You can ask us about.
No, remember what Mom said. Okay, you can ask some stuff. Yep,
The music man wears glasses.
she doesn't mean him. He's been here since forever. And he doesn't wear... odd. Like, how odd? We know Malen's dad is missing. She's been really worried.
He disappeared because the phone ate him.
But her dad's still missing. We know what her dad looks like.
The vendor's concern is
Are you going to find her dad? Oh, good.
Can we talk about less sad stuff now? That's not a real...
Tempo, tempo, tempo!
an echo of your former asset, clapping his hand.
From the big man.
He's always shouting and stuff. Is that who you mean? I don't think he's here today. Or yesterday.
I haven't heard him shout funny stuff either. Tempo, tempo, tempo.
Okay.
The children ignore.
Oh, it's you. Oh yeah, she's cool. We hang out sometimes in the back of the stall. She's been good about this. What? That's so dangerous. You could have been killed. Just, please be careful. I don't know. Thank you. Okay, look, I think I know why you didn't... Gilmar had been snooping around the waterlock to the east of the bazaar when he got snatched. That might be the missing bit. No idea. I think Dad looked around there and...
Gone.
Just don't get hurt. And please, please come back.
Wigtopiary, that's behind it all. The shape is robust and clean, with an architectural ace, a cape, but nothing like the other costume pieces around it.
It's
Carabineros are Portofiero's sanctioned police investigators. They report directly to the prefect of...
that'd be illegal. Second-hand surplus warehouse in Lower Viudas was closing down a while back. Big clearance sale. Yeah, it's for sale. The whole set's back here. Just let me know if you're interested. Yeah, they're right there. Take a look. You need anything else? Thanks for stopping by.
A cosmonaut suit, a relic of Project Autonomia. Its shoulder patch reads, "The stars are ours." 5,000. No wonder it's still here. People with that kind. If it is, then it's one of the few things for sale here that isn't a knockoff Lusian electronic disc or toy. A classroom with a buffed blue floor and white fiberboard tiling. The teacher rolls a square little television in on. The camera follows the white column up, and then it jerks. A faulty seal, a minor propellant leak. The end of Project Autonomia, engulfing with it Portofiero's dream. Expensive, fruitless, the failure of Project Autonomia. As for the bazaar, it's saturated with surplus equipment, memorabilia and replicas. The suit is most like few of it genuine, but does it? Your focus widens.
You, Carmona saw you scaling that pylon, speaking to the creep at its top. He's been spying on us all, day in, day out. Are you in leagues with him? What is his business? Oh! Well, engineering, Carmona will not take comfort in that. Some comfort in return. Afraid no, menina. That poor girl.
She looks sideways at the din.
It's a disc. Ask the stall owner with the disc. Oh yes, bastardo. It's him turned the bazaar into the bootlegger, but haven't seen him or his assy assistant assing around for a while. They're probably... Carmona doesn't keep track of assy names. Who cares? She's been collecting our payments for the last few weeks.
Tempo is not attracted to women. Whoever this...
I won't have it, Manuna. She may run the bootleg bazaar, but she doesn't run her Doña Carmona. He's not been himself. You know? Every day he was at the shrine by the west gate, offering and praying. What business at... Well, you ought to choose them better. Enough indeed. Well...
She lowers her voice.
The dock workers suspected they found an agent of the Weeping Eye. Found him taking Lucian money. Carmuna doesn't believe it, though, Menina. They got the wrong man. He bought a beautiful coat from Carmuna's stall, just like...
The dock workers must have had more information on him. Find out what you can. If there are Weeping Eye here, you need to know why.
They're Lucian, Menina. Bazaar's full of bootlegs. They're keeping an eye on their wares. He was like a son to me, Menina. But no, never got his teeth. It would never. It was a trench coat, the most...
He was at photo 24 and your double was incapacitated. This...
And he always had a camera. Ask yourself, Menina. Would a Weeping Eye man walk around with a... This is all a matter of taste. And not irony. Very well. This bazaar is always challenging. Lots to ask, lots to say. We're in the ruins. Very good. Bastardo. Enough. Don't forget to check the racks.
You approach Carmuna's rack of clothing, protected from the elements by a clear plastic sheet. Second-hand old. Tushin has a short memory. Anything worn. The rack sways with misspelled logos and forgotten styles. Hangers scrape against metal as...
Discount for you, Melina.
The rack sags and you turn away from the rack. The gate stands before you, still locked. The gate creaks.
Oh, it's you. What takes your fancy? Maybe don't wear it around them, all right? You need anything else? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, it's you. What takes your fancy? Okay. Anything else?
The young woman discreetly hands you the carabinero equipment.
Yeah, all right. Cool. You need anything? Thanks for stopping by.
The fire exit remains ajar, ball wedged into the crack. You open the door and the sticker on the panel. Inside, you find a dirt. The ancient terminal relays clack in a series. System waking. Please wait. Welcome to Renatel Control version 1. That's a text code. When you type in a sequence of characters, it recognizes the artery before you connects to it. The text cursor highlights the... You should be able to pull up a directory of all network terminals. Try error. Directory. Load in network. Pixels wink in and out of existence before slowly etching themselves into something larger. Okay, before you, Portofiero's white. Dormant stars waiting for ignition. You're one of the blinking pics. The mess of black squares swims before your eyes. You look to a region of the map where only a few scattered pixels blink. The densely populated heart of the city. You step away from the... A low, tilting shelf marked in heavy block letters. Despised subgenres. You turn your attention away from... The gate stands before you. The gate creaks and the... The smuggler inclines it. His chin. He lowers his head.
Where'd you get a Carabinero cloak, miss? You shouldn't be wearing that. Could cause confusion. Not something I can arrest you for, no. But if you impersonate any kind, best if you remove it when out in public. Nothing to worry about then. We've had instances of theft around the docks recently. All the crates were ripped. Anything and everything. Apart from that, it's quiet. Believe me, I do plenty. Really, the hardest... You're lucky then. We've been dealing with an infestation for weeks. Back ways are full of them. Yeah, Eno's gone. Him and his other fuck-up buddy Gilmore. These two fancied themselves detectives. Figure these two just ran off, leaving the kid to deal with it. Not at the same time. That'd be too obvious.
That's a lot of skepticism.
Way I see it, they started planting. Got two theories. Debts is the obvious one, of course. It'd make sense. 80% of all disappearances are...
He's not so much connecting dots as he's sketching them into existence.
Those weren't covered as part of our training. Now, if it's not debts, two men, yeah? Old friends, close friends. Whoa there. No need to get explicit. Can't. Payphone, it's private business. The Guardia Municipal doesn't have jurisdiction to look into that. The Fiscalia, one could put a request through them. The law's not perfect.
Hard to argue with a non-existent point.
Sure. Don't need to dwell on this sad mess.
The GM gives you the... You step... You hang up. The lanky young man.
The gap. I'm not even worthy.
So this is what the... Perversion. The
Please. I need to feel like my position's in jeopardy.
wall de collage. Super 130. Looks more expensive than it feels. The man wedges his index finger between his tight collar and... Lanky, malnourished. His physical form is an object of abuse and his lungs and liver foremost. You can tell by his one colour. What comes to mind is a handkerchief, buffeted on an... On the contrary, he's been making 250k. Put all the pieces together, and the
I need to know that if I don't pull this off, billions of souls. Tell me you'll report me to human capital if I
Now, if you could just get his...
Oh, I think I forgot someone's title. She thinks I work with the mouth breathers in the trade office. Yes, I saw your colleague, hanging utterly deflated from this very pavement. Gah, as though I bothered to make a mental... Like the wretched of the earth, abandoned to shoulder a massive...
The young man turns his back to you without another word. No response.
Oh my God, you can't do that to me.
A prisoner of his own desire. With a jolt and a shot, this rocket is close to liftoff.
You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque, highly problematic.
Like it or not, this is indeed...
I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question less.
He whirls around.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse... I'm surrounded by enemies. I think... Do I want her to watch? Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. She looks like an encyclopedia entry for low net worth.
I asked you politely once. Now
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore.
More. Harder. Again.
I'm under assault! If this is it, tell them. Tell them it was in the line of duty. Questions? You violent...
Fear. Hatred.
I'm sorry. I've attracted the attention of one of the lumpen probe. If this... I've got to go.
With that, the man gently sets the handset back and it's... Now's your chance to see what this miracle... The now unoccupied payphone stands half embedded in a concrete pedestal. You can talk privately. It's long. The box is scrubbed of the usual flyers and graffiti, leaving streaks of stretched too many times. Coils slacken near the base. Something catches your eye. Beneath the grime, the metal surface ripples like something's trapped under. Grime flakes off in grey petals as your nail catches on a ridge. A shape in the engraving's shallow, eroded by years of neglect but legible. 1F7G3. As good a place to start as any. That maintenance frame seemed intended for wireless connections, but it's worth checking out. Cracked receiver and yellowed. A faded sticker draws your attention. An advertisement for a local fair. You relax your posture. You lift the receiver to your ear. No dial tone.
Now there's a voice I've never heard before. Hello, darling. I like how you sound. Lovers call me Duchess, but I'm glad you called. I feel like I've been waiting for you. A sock? Is he a friend of yours? An enemy? Do you want to hear about him fucking me? Do you want to hear about my card? Like a business card? I don't have those, darling. Maybe one of my lovers printed it for fun. I can't discuss my other lovers, baby. Please don't be disappointed with me. I told you, I'm Duchess. You don't think I'm real, darling? Now let's fall in love. Enough about me. Tell me who you really are. That's right, darling. You have control of the map of the world. I have to be away sometimes, but I'll try to make it less frequent. Line's always open.
You squint against the sunlight.
I don't know how you managed to kick the hugger off the phone.
As he addresses you, the gazes of his...
Miserable bastard. Hadn't let go. You're a long way from Messiah.
What happened, sugar tits?
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
Animals. That's how it is with most pilots, though. And
More than a courtesy, he's establishing hierarchies. You and him, human. His companions. The old man shrugs and
We're all strangers on this island, Monsieur. Why don't you join us? From the superblock, eh?
I would say ask the Duchess herself, but she doesn't talk.
he knows because he's tried.
Can't say anyone like that struck me, but a lot of people use the phone line. The only reason why we rarely notice the hugger is because he...
Just another foreign money.
Stuck up little shit.
We all want our turn, Sugar. Even he's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off one. What are we going to do? Fight him? Even if somebody pummeled him half to death, let him rot in him.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people.
Please, Sugar. We can't deal with any more competition. The money man has us down.
Will you look at that?
Now where did a sweet thing like you pick that up? What a way to go, eh?
Rapturous fantasies of masturbatory death overtake him.
Why? You're too kind.
To answer your question, you used to say, figure it was from before that phone was permanently hooked up. It's always connected, that's what. No dialing, no choice.
Duchess.
Coin got stuck in there sideways. Devil knows what.
One big session, Sugar. At least 5 years long and half the city wide. Duchess versus the world.
It's not just that, though. Whatever you like, whatever happens to be,
You could not rule out the possibility that she is a spy, that the vein has already been tapped.
Why does everything have to be about money these days? The pleasure of our...
If it is about money, it's not in any way that concerns us.
They act like the issue of money is secondary to the existence of the miracle line. It's not.
Never enough, as far as I'm... Until next...
With awkward reverence, you approach the shrine. Ink stains. In your guiding, we learn a collection of cheap and improvised welcome. Between them lie offerings and totems, and net. There's no sign of the missing vendor. Prayers flit amongst dock workers. Wild boar piglets snuffle through the city's trash. Still wet. You didn't bring it. But where there are bullets, there are boars. An adult can be up to 500 pounds of bristled, pitiless. You scan from left to right, checking the alley's tangled contours for a hint of hairy maternal red. Yes. You leave the boar. You pick up the payphone's handset. Your finger depresses the yielded. Up, down, up. You watch the dolphin pop back up, then squish again under the changing pressure of... You step away. The young man leans back.
Hold up, before you say a word. I didn't have anything to do with it. Man needs a fair trial before... interesting. Yes. Yeah, I see it now. You're not a carabinero at all. Far too many good curves for that. So tell me, are you single? Or is this punishment for my voluminous sins? Only if you got mole vision. People come to me for all sorts. Forget about him. I can give you everything he can, and more. I'm always serious with you, but okay, I can see that fire in your eyes. Baby, not only am I a businessman, and I got fresh weed too. Alright, tell me what's on your mind. I'll be seeing you.
Looks like the shrimping is off for today, Caracalito.
I guess.
The man and the young girl grimace at a barge that appears to be jammed between the canal walls.
We came here to do some shrimping, but that doesn't seem possible. Not sure. It seems to be stuck in the waterlock. Maybe it's broken. No, we don't want to be involved in anything like... Shh! There's no need to... No, we don't... Yeah, so...
The intercom appeared. It curls under the edge of your fingernail and slides off. The indicator light flicks on. A high-pitched whine.
Is it working? Can you hear me? Oh, that's good. I never know if I'm pressing the right thing. Yes, actually. We aren't... Measure, sorry,
The intercom looks expensive. The interference suggests a building-wide system.
Désolé. If you don't know, you're probably not supposed to be here.
Very vague. Almost secretive.
Nice try, but I'll...
The dermis of static masks any change in her tone. The line hisses.
The plastic? On the intro... You savage. Could you try and replace it? Yes.
You look at the crump, translucent and grotesque, like an electronic get.
This has ruined my day. Bonne journée.
I told you this place is off limits. Can't say I have. I'm not usually stationed round. The parts may take a while as the trade route's slowed up recently. You can't go in there, I'm afraid. That's what I'm here for. Only the controls to the waterlock, but we can't risk anyone lowering the water right now. It would damage the bar. You probably should.
Rubbish is piled. The sanitation crews are running behind. The layers of detritus are many days deep. A whole history of discarded artifacts is piled up in front of you. You jump up to the rim. Why are we in here? Like the pulpy dreck you used to read as a child, with titles like Ditch Wader, The Gore Chamber, and the Dread Lance Trilogy. You struggle back out of the bin. The rubbish contains. The fire exit remains ajar, full wedged. You open the door and
Machines are simple, Hirsch. Just got to know what commands to give them.
Radiant's fingers dancing, each input a new incantation. For better or for worse, you'll have...
If you ever get stuck, you do what you do when among human company.
3 possible inputs. 1, network. Network should get you the list. Then it's just a map. Reno Tel Diagnostics is intended for official... The matrix of lines and pixels. Goodbye.
Finally. Someone with courtesy.
A handsome man.
Sorry to bother you, madame. I suppose not everyone is stranded here like myself. I did see a man like that.
Oh, sleeping brother.
No, he was alone. Why do you ask? I guess we share the same fate. But how can that be? You'd think with all the empty money this place has gotten, they'd have fixed their aerotrams. I can't believe this. Where I'm from, the gendarme... What am I supposed to do now? I was simply passing through on my way back home to Sundark. I had been working in Copperblanc. That was more than a week ago.
Despite his predicament, he's kept up with hygiene. His beard is shaved.
There used to be a more direct route via Havergellie. It's not so easy to get around as it used to be, you know. I'm a political economist by training. Well, not in so many words. How to put this? You're surely familiar with the concept. A somewhat rich, older... Meanwhile, a clean, well-behaved man from the periphery wants to see the...
No twitch, no hesitation. He's reclined into that reality long ago.
Right, of course.
A man turns back to...
Oh, you're back. None at all. I can tell you... Must be just over a decade at this point. It's actually the last payphone in Portofino. The line cannot go down. Not even... The reason being, or so I've heard, is that Renotel would incur a bill of such whopping proportions that it could risk the whole company. No further details, unfortunately. The unrealized loss, they call it. The company's big secret. Gnawing away at its foundation like a rat in the shadows. It's the old payphone along the back ways. No, that kind of thing isn't for me. It's just part... Sure. None that I know of.
It won't do him much good. His body's reaching the point where aches and pains are par for the course.
Of course. Sure. Oh, it's just...
A feeling you know well enough.
I'm hired to perform...
Technical words that only mean something to those with the prerequisite knowledge.
The wireless phone network is routed through... Renotel has been upgrading its payphones across the city. They pretty much all run on wireless signals.
The result of non-competitive bidding.
The owner of Renotel. The rich guy at the top of it all. The company is named... I guess so. Doesn't make my job... Yes, one of the old terminals. The part I'm struggling with is climbing up this ladder. I'm acrophobic. One of my many fears. Oh no, you really shouldn't. Not only is it dangerous, but No, but that's not a reason for you to do it. Not a lot, unfortunately.
Sounds like our man here is missing out on that.
It's a lifetime hobby. I always carry a few around in my... I've got some years left in me yet, I hope. No, I didn't. Fascinating. I wish...
The disc blooms like ruby flower. He looks to the distance, at the city skyline as it's drenched from above.
It is, and I've barely noticed. Ever since I got here, I've been wearing a veil, hiding myself, not knowing who I am or what I'm doing. There's still time for us to figure it all out. We're in this together. Me, you, and everyone else. Where to even start? I'm scared of heights, wild boars. You haven't been there.
He doesn't answer, at least not with words.
Pretty much. That's part of what makes this job so hard. If only it were that easy. When you're being chased by bills, among other that which chases us.
Old memories. The long arm of the party. Ignore it as long as you want. The memories will keep clawing away inside you.
Then I shall be stuck with them for the rest of my life. Same as everyone else. Mining cadmium, lithium, and other rare... Not for any good reason. It hardly supports life, but is all too... Statistically, there is more death happening around us here, but it is much crueler on the moon. Perhaps because the spirit is devoted, as do I. It's a comfort to know that it won't... Very much. It's fairly peaceful. If we must. Very much.
As you depart, the... A slanted aluminium box is bolted in, cold and hard, but the playful smile. Inside, a slab of beige plastic. An old... No buttons on the outer housing that you can see. Your fingers find a steel drawer. It slides out with a creak, revealing a keyboard designed for gloves. A low, wavering... System waking. Mem check. 0001. Welcome to Reno Hotel Control, version 1.2. Available commands. 1. Line diag. 2. Trunkmon. 3. Based on the available options, this is a maintenance terminal. You might be able to... So the name suggests. There's only one way to find out. You know, for monitoring trunks. Only one way to find out. The screen flickers, awaiting your input. Line diagnostic mode. Enter lab. Line diag node 04P03. Tone OK. Status. Voltage minus 51.3 VDC. Perfect. Now activate pilot tone injection at 997 Hz. Minus 20 dBm. Below conversation level. Tell terminal to make line go beep boop in a unique way. Then follow the... You're not sure how yet, but the wealth of details should prove useful. You close the box. You step up to the terminal again. You close the...
Oh, you're back.
As you depart, clinic's metal door is scabbed with rust. Warped frame, cheap steel, hinge. Open nights, no knock-in. Scrawled badly in her flimsy, much like the door. You turn back to.
Oh, you're back.
As you depart,
Uprant. Till next time.
Hello again. What'll it be? You mean reunion, all of that? I try not to... Mm-hmm. Alright. I need you.
you scoop a pile of empty glasses into your arms. Like more than once, your confidence is tested as a glass tips. As soon as you've got them clean, another table beckons you to collect another set. They seem to wave. You keep going until there are no more glasses to gather. Before you know it.
That was a busy one. Nice job. See you.
The fire exit remains a... You open the door and...
Machines are simple.
Radian's fingers dancing. For better or for worse, you'll...
If you ever...
The artery, the text curse. You should be able to pull up a direct... 3 possible... 1, network. Network should get you the list. Reno tell die. Goodbye. You step into the booth and you hear... Still, you hang up.
Shh. It's her again.
Warily, the young man.
I don't know how you managed to kick... Ah, what brings you back here?
Until next.
The fax machine away. You turn away from... Raw information atomizes itself on the up and rings. The bed welcomes you. The stillness of the room quietens your mind as you settle down. Raw information atomizes itself on the other side of the... and ring. The bed looks cold. You turn away.
Hello again. You have choices. The burden. See you.